Hey everyone, it's Pixelade here and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. So we have the 3 brand new kits that just dropped. And with that, we wrap up the latest season of Sims 4 content. So what's next? When's the next roadmap? Is another expansion pack on the way? Well, it turns out we already might have an answer. According to new info from Sims Insider Anadius, expansion pack 19 is next up in the DLC lineup. Apparently, the new kits that just came out are internally labeled as numbers 96, 97, and 98. And right after that, expansion pack 19 is listed as 99. So unless anything shifts, this expansion pack is locked in as our next major release. But it doesn't end there. There's also talk of expansion pack 20 sitting at number 102, which implies we're gonna get at least 2 other DLCs between expansion pack 19, which is next, and expansion pack 20. I think it's more than likely those packs in between EPs 19 and 20 will likely be kits. I don't think they're going to be anything else. We haven't had game packs or stuff packs in a hot minute. So I'm thinking it's likely a dual set of kits arriving, probably sometime within the next month or two. I'm going to go ahead and make predictions that the expansion pack is probably going to be sometime in July, and maybe the kits will come a couple of weeks beforehand, maybe a month beforehand, possibly June or early July. Since we just got 3, I think it's gonna be a quiet month. Speaking of what's next, we are due for a new roadmap. The last one officially ended with the release of our latest 3 kits, so now we're just waiting on the Sims team to show us what's coming next. Whether that's just another wave of kits or something bigger, a new roadmap usually means a brand new theme, a brand new season of The Sims, surprises, maybe free patch updates with new free features, and most importantly, tons and tons of bug fixes. That is what we need the most of right now, and possibly even hints if you read between the lines. And I know it's been forever since we got a proper game pack or a stuff pack, but I can't lie, part of me still clings to the hope that they'll make a comeback. I know it's probably just wishful thinking, but my brain will literally invent reasons just to keep that hope alive. Even a smaller game pack would be such a nice break from the constant stream of kits smacking us in the face. As far as what the expansion packs could be though, honestly, I don't know. At this point, your guess is as good as mine. We've seen so many potential teases. There have been tons of little nods to bands squeezed into the build by catalog for the businesses and hobbies expansion, specifically the actual asset names and descriptions. And then there's that official Sims themed calendar that EA sent out to its creator network members. The March page for 2025 featured burglars. And look what happened. Around March, we received burglars. But what does it show for November? A picture of Sims from The Sims 3 performing in a band on stage, with the caption, "Hoping they cover the Sims 2 theme tonight." I mean, come on, that is not a coincidence, okay? And then there's the whole cars conversation. The Sims team has been sending out surveys that directly ask about features in other life sims, specifically about cars and Enzoi. One of the surveys even listed a bunch of possible expansion pack ideas, and a solid chunk of them were all about cars and transportation, so clearly they're thinking about it. That said, cars are definitely the most unlikely to show up in the next expansion pack though, or even the one after that, which is basically the timeline Anadius is starting to give us info for. And I say that because a lot of those surveys were actually pretty recent, and we all know how long it takes for the Sims team to fully develop an expansion. The process can take a year or up to 2 years. So if we're just now seeing early research and teaser material around cars, it's probably going to be at least a year before we have anything tangible. So I think for the time being, bands or even hotels and resorts are definitely far more likely. The last thing that I want to say before I wrap this video up is if you don't trust Anadius, I definitely think you should. They know what they're talking about and they've been right literally 100% of the time. I want to hear from you guys on what you think expansion pack 19 or even 20 is going to be about and what's on your Sims 4 wish list that still hasn't been tackled. That's going to be it from me for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for clicking and watching. Take care and happy life simming, guys.